Are you looking for valuable business advice to reach that 7-figure revenue mark? Do you want actionable tips to properly navigate through every business challenge you encounter along the way? Let Tersh Blissett and Josh Crouch be your guide in getting you to the top here at Service Business Mastery. Tune in as they sit down with world-renowned authors in business, leadership, and personal growth who share valuable insights about management, marketing, pricing, human resources, and so much more. Let their nuggets of wisdom gold guide you in owning a thriving, profitable, and ever-growing business. Here are your hosts, Tersh and Josh.
What's up, everybody out there in podcast world, Facebook and YouTube, wherever you're actually watching us. I'm super excited to be here with a couple of my mentors here, and we're going to talk about why you should have a mentor and what really should you do business, like figure it out on your own, school from the hard knocks, or for me, it's learning from others' mistakes and implementing those, the things that work. I mean, I absolutely love our small groups that we do on every Friday, and I learn a ton of information from that group of guys and the team. So it's really, I feel like there's certain times where you kind of hoard your knowledge. You hear people that are like, man, how'd you do this? But they don't want to tell you how to do it. But for me, it's having these guys here mentor me, holding me accountable. And so I wanted to share with y'all, like, the way people seen that we've been successful. We've grown. I mean, we're on track to do over 380% growth this year. And it's because of the guys here from CEO Warrior that we're able to do that. And other guys, like, we're here live at the Service World Expo, and there's some guys here that are buddies of ours. So yeah, and it's guys like that and the power of proximity. And so I wanted to really share that with you, and honestly invite you to join our world. But I guess with that being said, Josh, what you got to add to this?
No, I've been a part of the CEO Warrior world for a while now, and I'm telling you guys, nobody throws a live event like these guys. If you want to really get deep into what it takes as a business owner to run your business, these guys are the ones to help you get that mindset right, so you actually know your why and when the reason that you're in business and what you're trying to accomplish. So I'm super excited to have these guys. These guys were the ones that kind of allowed us, Tersh and I, to come here and go live and do this stuff. So really appreciate you guys inviting us and letting us do this with you guys. Mm-hmm. So with that being said.
Yeah, who are you guys first?
So my name's Mike Disney. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at CEO Warrior. I've been with the company for 7 years since the very beginning. I was operating as the Director of Sales at our service company that kind of created the vision and took our founder's vision to reality. And so that's who I am, man, doing it all day, every day.
Boom, love it. Thanks, Tersh, and thanks, Josh, for having us on. Super appreciated. I am Gregg Schonhorn. I'm a Senior Growth Advisor here at CEO Warrior. I love to call myself the gatekeeper. You know, it's pretty much everybody that comes to our world comes through a growth strategy session, and that gives me the opportunity to meet new people. I've been with CEO Warrior just over a year now, and have had well over 2,000 free growth strategy sessions. So I get to talk to people.
What's a growth strategy session?
So growth strategy sessions is a free opportunity for somebody to come bring their struggles to the table, and I share some systems, some processes, some strategies that are actionable items that they can literally change their business just from the 30-minute conversation that we have.
How long, like a time should we expect? Oh, did you hear that? That was a water bottle, by the way. It's live and in person here. So, like, how long would you say your plan, like your growth strategy? Are we talking like a year? Are you talking 2 years, like a 10-year target, or is it more granular than that? Like,
it's much more granular than that. Our conversations are really about giving them actionable items that they can implement in their business the second our call is over. So stuff that they can do. I love teaching and building out 90-day plans, which, as everybody here knows, is a critical component of being in CEO Warrior. And I give them nuggets. I give them pieces of that they can create momentum in their business and offer solutions immediately. So everything we do is by design, not by default. Almost all the people I talk to are running their business by default, not by design. So I try to add some real granular stuff that they could take and immediately impact their business the second that they hang up the phone.
How fast would you say some of the people who implement it? Because this is the thing for me. Like whenever I hear of anyone complaining about anything in any group on Facebook or anywhere at all, and whether they're working with CEO Warrior or working with BDR or working anywhere else, and I'm like, who are you again? Like especially in our world, and it's like you can't just pay for a program and then all of a sudden just imagine like automatically your everything should be fixed. Like if you're going to buy policies and procedures from someone, but you never implement those policies and procedures, it's a paperweight or, whatever. How often would you say someone is actually like, does a 90-day plan, does it take 90 days or is it something where we hang it on the wall and then it takes a year or 6 months?
Right. I mean, implementation is everything, right? Implementation. But we have to track and we have to course correct along the journey or it's going to fail. The problem is people build too big and give too much to do. The way we teach it between our pebbles, our rocks, our boulders, and our mountains is really specific. And we've done thousands of them. So we're really good at getting it to, it's manageable, it's going to be challenging, and it's going to push you. But I've had guys that built 90-day plans that got them done in 60. And the next one they just didn't quite get. But here's the truth, right? If you get 80% of a 90-day plan done, how much will your business improve? It may be failure, but you're still going to grow and you're still going to continue to get things done.
What would you guys say is the biggest difference between somebody who implements the stuff and gets it done versus the people who think they want to get it done, but they end up paying for something and actually don't use it?
Yeah, well, I think mostly the people that implement have a desire. They already have this vision, and that's what we teach at a lot of our events. Service Business Live we got coming up. First thing we're going to talk about is what's the vision? Where are you going? Where do you want to go? Because if we can't establish that, it's really hard to get there. So the biggest challenge, I think, is everybody's looking for a magic pill. Everybody's following what somebody else has done, right? Somebody says, oh, I had great results here. I had great results here. The reality is you got to focus on your plan. Your plan should be specific for you. Everybody, even if you're at the same revenue, they have a different trajectory, right? Some people want to grow massively fast. Some people want to increase profit. Some people want to position for sale. Other people they don't want to have challenges with their clientele and they want to hire better. They want to have better marketing process. So it depends. Each and every person has to be hyper-focused on their needs. And I think our 90-day plan really kind of highlights that. But the reality is you could go buy systems and processes all day, every day. But you need somebody who's gone before who can really tell you the way, the challenges. I'll tell you, the best part about CEO Warrior is all the failures that I've had collectively as our founders have had, our experience in business and what that means and has felt. And it allows people to avoid those pitfalls that we know can be immensely painful. But everything's about implementation. So if you're not willing to put in the work, your success will be immensly delayed.
Yeah, that speed to implementation is a big one for me, and that's one of the things that I get called on. Disney will call me on it, or anybody, especially in my group, our small group. We're good about calling each other on it, and it's making plans are great, but not following through with the plan, it's worthless. You wasted your time. You could have been in your business, making a couple bucks or whatever.
Yeah, I think there's so many people who put all these grand plans and designs out in front of them and they have no leverage, so they don't get it done. And so we talk about leverage, about the pain that comes with not being successful, because there's a reality to that. And if you don't make that pain strong enough and create that leverage and create the reward you'll give yourself. Look, Tersh, you're talking about your AIM group that you guys meet on Friday. You guys, I'm watching you guys constantly throughout the week, holding each other accountable, leveraging each other for insight, asking for suggestions on how do I get this done, because you know how important it is for Ron to get that done and how impactful it's not only going to be for him, but everybody who works for him and everybody in his world, all his employees, families, and all that. And so having that, and that's really CEO Warrior, the community and the leverage that comes with it creates the ease of implementation, I think.
Yeah, Papa T here, he said, these guys have changed my life. And it's crazy. I just, the more I've learned, Ted's, Puzio's story, it's like, oh, wow, this is wild. And, he contributes so much of it to CEO Warrior. But the thing about it is like I was saying before, like we've been harping on a little bit here is, Ted could have joined CEO Warrior and not done anything and then not changed his life at all. And so it's one of those things where you must give, some too. You must implement. And, I know that when this podcast is going to be transcribed and the word implement is going to be 10,000 times and they're going to change that word. But I harp on that a ton, and I don't mean to take over this at all, but this is where I get passionate.
That's a great point about the word implementation. Everybody used to call us CEO Warrior or a coaching group. We changed that narrative because none of you guys need a coach. You don't need nobody to slap you on the ass and make you feel good.
Yeah.
You need somebody to help you get stuff done, implemented, and move your business to whatever place you want it to go. And Papa T, a backyard boy, Ted is the man. And so having him here and talk the things that he says about us, we're just honored to be on the journey. Obviously, I feel as though our coaches, our founders, and everybody's played an impact through the conversations and the trainings and all the stuff. But having the story is really what we do it all for. And it all comes down to implementation for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, so we talked a little bit before, and I put it on, I think it's on one of the banners. You guys have another event coming up, Service Business Live. Now, talk us through what we talked a little bit about what you start, but what are they going to encounter in Service Business Live that is going to help them make a decision if they need a mentor or they want a mentor, and who that's going to be?
So great stuff. So I'll talk a little bit about it. I'll give it off to Gregg on how we roll through some of the follow through on it. But Service Business Live for us, for you guys who may not know CEO Warrior, maybe you've heard a few things. It's an event like no other, right? It's high energy. We put you through day one. We work on you, right? It's all about you. If you can't change who you are, where you want to go will never change. And so what got you to where you are won't get you to where you want to be. So the framework of day one is, what are your challenges? What is your vision? Where do you want to go? What's holding you back? What are those things you need to break through to make it possible? We empty out all the garbage on day one so we can fill you up on day two and day three. And the reality is every single person on here has the same opportunities in life. Everything's a choice. And you're the one who makes the choice, so we work on you. So
yeah, I love that. So I know all you guys, the feedback we get is I came for business strategies and I have completely transformed my life. That's what our training is, right? Day one is I can, day two is I must, and day three is I will. And it's really the first day is all the 9 pillars. If you guys want to put it in here, we'll make sure we mail out some 9-pillar books to anybody that's on here that wants them. But that's a huge part of what we are. It's foundational. And then day two, we're heavy into content and strategies and systems. And it's a fire hose. But what we do is and I'm surprised you didn't say it, but it's a process. It's not a training. And we end that process with you building an actionable 90-day plan. So really, we're taking you through the training. We're giving you more content than you can handle. But what resonates with you is what will end up being on your plan. And that's what will create the momentum after the event to move forward. But you fundamentally, internally, are going to change as a person over the 3 days with us.
So for me, I know, so me, personally, I'm on social media all the time. I'm on all the platforms. I see stuff all the time. And 4 years ago, I was talking to a buddy of mine, Adam, up in South Carolina, and I had him on the show. I actually went to his house after one of my kids' soccer games, and we were talking about CEO Warrior. And I was coming to an event the next weekend, or the next week, and I was like, no, there ain't no way I'm joining it. I'm just going to go there. I'm going to, experience it and check out stuff for the podcast and everything. And I was like, there's no way. And I'm also not the type to get out of my comfort zone. I'm not. First off, I'm an introvert, and I want to sit in the corner and just observe. And that's why I like the podcast, because I can ask questions and but I don't have to participate very much. Well, to hell with that. Like I got there and, my table leader, Dario, he was like, oh no, you got to get up. And it's like, all right, you're taking me way out of my comfort zone. And I swore, I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. And then the mindset, it just straight broke me. I was like all this internal stuff from years. I was like, holy cow. Like I had no idea I had all this stuff pent up and stored up in me, and just releasing that just negative energy and everything. It really made a massive difference for me personally. And then going back, it was the I've attended that same event, I feel like 7 or 8 times. I mean, it's like every time that event happens, I'm there, and I still am releasing, just negative stuff from the past and constantly working on myself and creating that, or fixing your personal mindset is something I never expected to do. I expected to go to this event and then just say, okay, here's my checklist of things, and I'm just gonna go back to the office and I'm just gonna tell everybody what to do and have them just delegate it by abdication, really. And then I come back, I get to the event, and at the end of day one, I'm like, shoot, man, like this is wild. Like all this information that I've just constantly changed just on day one.
I'll give you some insight because, Tersh, you're not alone, right? We have a lot of people come to our world and they're like, I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to get out of my comfort zone. I'm not going to share. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm going to dive into the content and I'm going to build it out, right? So my question for all of you to think that way, where are you playing small in your life? Where are you playing small in your business, right? And so when you come into our world, we make you get comfortable with the uncomfortable because your business, your family, your life demands a leader, and none of you are coming to an event to play small ball. And we recognize that you want growth in many, many ways, maybe personal growth, maybe you want top line revenue, maybe you want profit growth, whatever it looks like for you. But I guarantee you, when we put you through a process to be really comfortable with the uncomfortable, you become just a better person. And then that allows you to flourish in so many areas.
Yeah. And it's like, John, he's mentioned on here, he appreciates being held accountable and the process and just improvements and taking steps.
Most people think accountability is a bad word. Quite frankly, all your employees desire accountability at the high level. The challenge they have is you don't play at the high level of accountability they need. So we roll through that, right? Through our 9 pillars, through our training on day one, and then leverage and reward and how you build it into your everyday process. Man, that's what we're all about.
Yeah. Shout out to Texas too, Medley.
Texas Medley, my boy.
Yeah, I love that little nugget, and I hope people didn't miss it. But you've been in our world just shy of 2 years. You've had an opportunity to come to 10 Service Business Lives, and you've been to 7 or 8 of them, and each time you take away different things.
It's
that
crazy.
Talks about the amount of quality and quantity that we provide, that you can literally come back 7 times within 2 years and still keep taking things away from the training that you just didn't hear it the first time.
And keep in mind, this is 7 times to an event that some would see as an entry-level event. Once you've gotten in there and you're starting to master some of these things, and so we've gone through to specialty events as well, and it's just you just take that knowledge and implement it, and and that's the reason why we're growing at 380% over the years.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys roll through it, a lot of opportunity, and they think about the fear, right? The fear of, well, I don't want to go there and play out of my comfort zone. I don't want to do this. I have a belief system that if you come to our event and you participate full out, you play full out, we'll help you overcome fear in all kinds of areas of your life, and we'll propel your business in the right direction, whatever that might mean for you.
And I can tell you, so it's funny because my boss from my last job, I was his territory sales manager when he was starting with you guys. And he was telling me about this program, and I didn't really know anything about it. Then, lo and behold, I joined him because he was looking to grow, and he had the right mindset because he was kind of struggling around that like 700,000 to $1 million mark. And just seeing the growth in him as a person and a leader, I mean, his business has just exploded. He's got a brand new shop and a whole new lease on life. I mean, the business is doing phenomenal. And we're just in a small little town. Like, this isn't just something for someone in a big market. This is someone, Steve. But this can work for anyone. He was more of an introvert too. And watching him in our company meetings and things, do things that I didn't think I'd ever see a boss do before. It really lends, especially with your technicians and in the trades that we're in. The guys thought it was cool as shit. Like some of the like eating fire and stuff, they thought it was cool as shit. I mean, he burned his mouth and stuff, but he stepped out of his comfort zone. But he had the mindset and the training and realized what his desire was, and he learned it from these guys and kind of unpacked that from himself.
So let me ask you a question, Josh. You're no longer working with that particular individual, and that's because you started your marketing agency and you're doing a kick-ass job at that. Outside of our industry, what have you found that is the same as CEO Warrior?
The same as in
just creating mindset for.
So I think there's a lot of organizations out there that do a good job with like financials and some of the structural foundational things, but I don't find anywhere where they hold the power with the events. I mean, the events and some of the mindset stuff that really drive you as a person, not just a business owner. That's where I think the biggest difference is. Yeah. Because there's a lot of places they have all these charts and things you can do for financials and stuff, and anyone can. I mean, any CPA can probably teach you some decent financials, but getting the power behind that so you can lead other people is really the biggest difference that I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, y'all hear they're tearing down stuff all around us, and they are going to town. Yeah, no, it's great stuff. But yeah, Leslie's on here and Ted's on here. Ted Puzzi's back. And everybody, I mean, they really, anybody who's in the world and active in the world and has been in the world in the past, they know this, what to experience here and what to expect out of this kind of stuff. But
yeah, I think I'm honored to have Leslie on here. I mean, what a transformation she's made in her life and her business, and working with Ted and Steve, another backyard guy, joins in Texas. Honored to have him come on and join. Man, we've built a community at CEO Warrior, and it's not a community of connection. It's a community of family, and it's about everybody's success. So in our world, man, there's no judgments. There's only a love affair of growth and connection, and we just love it, man. That's what we live for, and it's all predicated on our vision, our founder's vision, to end the suffering for business owners, and man, that's what we try to do every day.
Steve's right. Steve Adario, he just commented there. It's a fucking family, and we are. I mean, we all would go to battle for each other. I mean, it's for real. Yeah, for real. So as we wrap things up here, I don't know, Disney, Gregg. When could we get to this event again?
How about it, Chris?
Sure. So Service Business Live, our next event is November 9th, 10th, and 11th. It is a full commitment. It's 9 in the morning the first couple of days till 9 at night. And I will promise you we will run over. And there's a reason. Everybody's got questions, and we don't leave until there's clarity and alignment, which is 2 of our 9 pillars. And then the last day is 9 to 6. So it's 3 full days. And I will tell you, everybody has one of 2 results the first night. They either sleep the absolute best they've slept in years, or they didn't sleep a wink, but they can't figure out why they've got more energy than they've ever had before that next day, that second day. So it's November 9th, 10th, and 11th. You can go to servicebusinesslive.com and register. You could shoot me an email at Gregg, Gregg, at CEOWarrior.com, or you could just hit me up on my cell phone at 973-919-5509. You can hit up Tersh, Disney. They know how to get a hold, and we would love it.
I'll offer one last thing. I'm sure there's people out there that are going to hear this podcast who may not have belief that we could be a source of support and help for you. We offer $1 million promise. And so you come to Service Business Live after day 1. If you ain't got $1 million in opportunity to improve your business, we will give you every ounce of your investment back. We'll pay you for your flight. We'll get you home, and we'll thank you for participating in our world. There is no reason you shouldn't come to Service Business Live. We will change your life, I promise.
Yeah, for a lot of you guys, listen, we've had 400 or 500 people that have gone through that didn't join our world. And alumni, I mean, our trainings have changed. The things that we do are different. If you're an alumni and you want to come back, man, we'd almost do it for free just to give you our strategies, our opportunities. You know, we love our alumni. You're still considered our family. You've been through our training. As we talked about earlier, you've been through it 7 times. If you've been through it once, come back, join us again. We would love that and appreciate that.
It's awesome. No, it's like I said, guys. This is a train that both Tersh and I have been. I've been out there a couple times. That's actually the first time we met face to face after all these years. So yeah, it was some really, really good stuff. You guys, you owe yourself the opportunity to at least think about going to this event and what you can do for your business and your personal life, for your family. Because it definitely will change the way you think about things, and it will at least open you up to what you need to do in the future to be a better person.
So can we say that we're responsible for this relationship? That'd be awesome.
Definitely, we've met in person the first time for sure.
That's great. Good stuff.
Cool, guys. So I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all allowing us to come out here and hang out with y'all for the past couple of days and all that. Yeah.
Last night was incredible.
Yeah, it was. We had a great time. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. I look forward to seeing you at the next event. But cool.
Boom.
Thank you.
Boom.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Service Business Mastery. Now that you are equipped with essential business advice from this impactful conversation, you are one step closer to becoming the successful owner of your dreams. If this episode has been helpful to your business journey, don't forget to subscribe to the show, leave a rating, and share it with other owners as well. Visit servicebusinessmastery.com to learn more.